Well, good morning, everybody. It's early Saturday morning, and it is getting to be the most exciting part of the year. So in September, our elk season, deer season, bear season, all that stuff opens up. And this morning, my best friend Will is coming over, and we're going to take off and set some trail cameras. And then in a couple weeks, I'll go out and pick up the cameras, like right before the season opens, and then I'll show you guys what was on it. So that's going to be exciting. It's going to be a little different for the YouTube channel. I probably won't be doing a whole lot of prospecting in the next couple months, but we'll be hunting and doing all kinds of fun things like that. So I hope you guys enjoy it. If you know, yeah, hope you guys have a good weekend. We'll see you in the timber. Well, we're driving back here to set the cameras, and on the road we see the elk. It's really foggy and rainy out there this morning.
We're barely off the pavement.
We're barely off the pavement, yeah. We came back here to set up our cameras, and we've been waiting to set this spot for a long time, and right away we see elk right up on the hill. He's like, oh, there's a car. What am I gonna do? Which way do I go? Wait, they're coming closer. Let's see if we can see it in there.
She's probably got a calf.
Yep, there she is. Probably does. Oh, that's a big cow.
Yeah, I think with all the...
Well, we're coming up the hill. We finally got here. Drove in about, what, 10 miles or something? 10, 11 miles. And the sun's just coming up, shining on that south ridge there. We're coming up here to check the camera and put some more out. Beautiful. Beautiful morning. It is just so peaceful out here. Squirrels chirping over there. Man, this is the most exciting part of the year. Get your pack on, grab your bow, and go kill some meat. Look at this log. So the bears come in here and they rip out this old rotten wood, and they eat the termites and the grubs and stuff out of it. It's amazing. We've had so much rain that these flowers are still blooming. And everything is so green. There's so much food out here for the elk. Well, there's the first elk bed we found. It's not from tonight or last night because it's wet. It rained on it, but probably yesterday morning or something. Usually where you find one, you find more. But look at that trail going down there. Some old elk manure. It is just beautiful. Nothing but wilderness as far as the eye can see. It's just vast. This entire valley is so good. There's water down there, and there's feed and bedding. Everything an elk needs to be happy. If the elk are happy, then I'm happy. I just gotta show you guys this. The sun's just peeking over the mountain. And that thick stuff down there, that's elk bedding haven. Fog is lifting up out of that valley. Gotta love it. Will just picked up this old piece of elk antler. The squirrels have chewed it. It's pretty cool. It's probably 5 years old. Well, we made it back here, and I'll show you guys this. See that thick wall of timber right there? That's where the elk bed. The wind is going directly that way, so that's a good thing. It won't smell us down here. But we found this wallow. Look at there. The bears have been rooting around in here getting grubs. They were just in the water this morning. Oh my goodness. That. They got it all tore up. It's muddy still. My goodness. Look at the trail. Oh my goodness, yeah. Look at that. That was this morning. Will's gonna set his camera right over here on this tree. Gotta get the camera pointed the right way. That looks good there. All right, we're set. We'll go set another one. Well, we got one camera set. Now we're just gonna drop down in between this bedding area. And there's another thick bedding area there. There's a trail coming down. We're gonna drop down right straight to this bottom where there's a meadow. We were e-scouting and we found this meadow with a creek going through it. So we're gonna set a camera there too. Something that always happens when we're hunting. He likes to run away from me. We'll be hiking and he'll be like, let's go over there. 13 miles later, we get there and he's off running. His legs are 10 miles long and he can cover ground like nothing else. That's okay. My legs might not be that long, but I can carry a load. Well, we must have been pretty quiet. We walked right up to this mule deer. That's a whitetail. A whitetail doe. That's a big doe, too. They haven't seen people way back here in forever. Maybe never. That's cool, though. We hunt like the Indians, like ghosts going through the woods. Nothing even knows we're here. This spot is where a few weeks ago Will almost got run over by a bear. And there are bears in here galore. Hey, the bear came down the hill like 10 yards or something, and he got his gun out. He thought it was a grizzly. And it hopped out and stood right on the trail, stood on its back leg and was like, look at the fog rising up. So this spot here. Okay.
We can get on that trail and just kind of hike around, but there's a big field.
So you got that drainage coming down. You got this valley coming in. You got a couple drainages, all this whole mountainside. You got a big drainage coming that way, and then right behind that, there's another one that wraps around the back. So this whole bottom is like a sanctuary. And that's why we're excited. I hope you guys enjoy this kind of videos. We're gonna do some overnight camping out here, living off our backpacks, packing out elk and deer and bear and all kinds of stuff. Wolf trapping, mountain lion hunting, grouse hunting. Anything that's available to do in Montana, we're gonna do it. Look at that giant tree. That thing is huge. The camera doesn't do justice. I think the moon got caught on it this morning as it was passing over. It's so tall. We came through the thick stuff all the way down, and we finally got to this meadow. And it is just beautiful. The creek runs right beside it there, and the elk come out to feed. My goodness gracious. Look at that massive tree. See how the top is broken? That's because the airplanes hit it when they're flying over because it's so tall. That's why the top's broken. But yeah, we could put a tree stand up there. We could do a tree house, build a nice tree house up there, and then just come in and stay here for the week. If our wives kick us out of the house, we could come live in the tree house. This is the stuff you gotta do to get into these little honey holes. I mean, it's like straight up and down through the thick brush. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Oh my goodness. That's why e-scouting is so important. You get your good set of maps and you find these little sanctuaries and you hike back. You can see here how the elk have eaten off all these branches. Everything that's edible they've been clipping off. I thought this was kind of cool. This giant tree fell. Look how long it is. That's halfway out in the field. That's probably, and look now the little trees have started growing right out of the root wad. Reaching for the sky. The elk bed all along these hills. And then in the evening and in the morning, they'll filter down. They'll drink water over there in the creek, eat this grass. There's all kinds of tracks in here, and it's really bouncy, like almost feels like I'm walking on a trampoline. It makes me wonder if maybe, back in the day, this probably was a lake. And for some reason it dried up. I don't know that for a fact, but that's kind of how it looks. Wow. It is just so beautiful. Well, we made it to the creek.
Ooh, it's cold.
Is it cold?
Yeah, it's cold.
It probably comes out of a spring somewhere.
It's clear.
Wow. So they have water right here. It's amazing.
He's looking at an elk.
I'm
Elk
gonna
bed.
see if it's an elk for sure. Oh yeah, I can smell it's a 7-point bull. He's got, let's see, 355 million hair and a tail about this long. And
What did he eat for breakfast this morning?
he ate 2 bunches of clover, a couple huckleberry bushes, and some of these leaves. So now, and oh, he drank some water from right over there. Yeah. And he wants to die. And the beds are all dry. The grass is still wet from the morning dew. The beds are dry, so they just got up. And here you can see where they were raking last year, broke the branches. I hear a little waterfall. Yeah, there's a little hole right there. You gotta be careful here. Hopefully this clump of grass doesn't buckle. Look where he brings us into this stuff. Can't even see where I'm going.
I'm trying to get to these trees.
Hopefully we don't fall in a sinkhole. I'm just gonna follow him, so if he falls down, I can just go home. Look at this. See how the whole thing moves? It's like jello.
Walking on jello. Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, we're gonna come over here and set this camera. Alright, we got the camera set, ready to rock. They come right out through this thick stuff, right out into the field. Now, we've got a long hike back, so we're gonna get moving. Hopefully we can be back by lunchtime. Well, alright, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll have a lot. Yeah. Will said pray for us on the hike out so we don't die. This is just how steep it is. The camera totally doesn't do justice. It's like straight down. Getting up here pretty much on all fours. Look, I found a shark tooth. So, we dropped that first camera at that water hole. We went down, set the other camera, and I'll show you what we got here. It was us at 8:50. Now, look at that bear. He's laying in the water hole.
And it was at 9:46.
9:46, so...
An hour later.
Yeah, an hour later.